Returning Citizens Association.
Yeah, what is Returning Citizens Association?
March 11th. Mama Sita, you see it?
I'm the daughter of Ricky Gaines, the founder of Returning Citizens Association. He's been incarcerated for over 2 decades, but that didn't stop him from making sure that he and I had a father-daughter relationship. Our fundraiser, Rebuilding Lives, is right around the corner, so come out and help us support all the RCA members for a great time. We'll have food, a fashion show, I'll be there, and a special tribute to all the women in their lives. So come out and help us support. It's gonna be lit.
Our theme is nothing about us without us. Why? Because we matter. We have lived experiences, and don't make decisions about me without me.
Can't come, that's okay, but you can still donate. You can still spread the video and share the word. Share the video, spread the word, Yeah, spread the word and share this video.
At the California Ballroom, March 11th between 4 and 7. General admission is $25 and VIP tickets are $75. You can still support and donate.
Returning citizen will myself, and I know the turmoil and trials and tribulation that it takes to transit from the prison population to as a returning citizen. I'm not with the stigma of being an ex-con, being a parolee. We are returning citizens, and we're trying to get back into society.
I need you to join the Returning Citizens Association fundraiser on March 11th in Oakland, California. You'll be hearing speeches, inspiring speeches from people who have benefited from this organization's work and learn about the non-medical mental health support group.
This is a check to Returning Citizens Association.
Why do you support the Returning Citizens Association?
Well, I believe in it. I believe in it 100%. I think the work is valuable. I think it's an outlet for people when they return home to have these services available in a network in order to plug into when people return home.
You can be the source of hope and support they need to overcome the challenges they face. By donating to the RCA, you are investing in the future of individuals who are eager to put their past behind them and start anew. You are also contributing to the betterment of society as a whole by supporting the rehabilitation and reintegration of individuals who have served their time and are ready to make a positive contribution to the world.
Please go to Eventbrite, look up Rebuilding Lives Fundraiser for this Saturday, March 11th at the California Ballroom in Oakland, California. I'll be there and I'm looking forward to seeing you as well.
This is Give Me Private Security with
Returning Citizens Association.
Come tomorrow to the event. Where?
California Ballroom.
Give Me Private Security.
What's that?
Give Me Private Security.
Okay. What's up?
How you doing, guys? How you doing, Sarah? What's your name?
I got you, man. Say your name, man. Where you from, man?
Oakland, California, doing the little model thing.
It's going down and not to get my got to go get fit. You know they get it, then I stop to get my head twisted up in ponytails to sell a bill. Back to the grain to let my people know, it's going down tonight, man. I got the phone, but I know the bumping.
Everything,
hit the gas and smoked it up, smashed off a Maui. Bent the corners laughing cause I left their car cloudy. Went to my partner house and they was posted splitting Vegas.
How you doing?
Now we slamming bones. Up in my hood it's on. Make a casino about your home. Head up, I sit some down fast. But they smash, yelling stand up when you pass. Turn over your bones and give me your cash. I hit the step with the money I want to give me your photo. A-double-O on the scene, I'm an OG on the English show. I get twisted up in knots, first straight slide. Fries, niggas know my nuts and haters roll them out. Can't understand how deep I get when I spit this real, I'm real to real. Straight up out the hills, doing them in and doing those skills. Out the loop, stomping on my head to the rock and get my knees dirty. I'm taking them up and down.
Girl.
Was this still working, this girl? Hey, let's go. Let's go. Champagne.
Reach your ass down. That's what Rebellion said, not you.
There's a name there. Oh, first donation.
All right, we're about to get this started here. So we're just waiting until I can get Ricky's eye to eye.
The morning to my due, put them in a category with the spoken few, ready to be on hand for anything. Shit, I'm gonna propose and give him a ring. He's the cat eye to my grill, always keeping it real, help this woman pay a bill. So I'm feeling him like a good ass workout at the gym. Y'all can snap. All right, so the reason I'm here is because Ricky James, who's the president of Returning Citizens Association, and also my co-worker, and also became my brother, he came to me with this idea. And it sounded so good. Of course, we want to help our lifers coming out of the penitentiary. We want to help people start a magazine in the penitentiary. And so when he came to me with that idea, I was all in. And that is why I'm here. And it's happening, you guys. It is happening. Thank you.
I can never say too much about this guy because he came out and he shined. Ricky Gaines, we appreciate you, we love you. And we're going to continue to push.
My name is Jesse Pitts, and I have a few words about my buddy Rick. We met on the other side of the wall. We done a lot of things in there together that was wrong. And I was proud to see him doing this here. And I had to be part of what he's doing. So when I said it, I told him I want in. And I'm here, flew up from LA, to be a part of this here. And we're going to bring a lot to the community. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Tiara Gaines, and I am the youngest daughter of Ricky. I just want to tell you guys, I'm really proud of you. We've been talking about this for a while. It's just getting bigger and bigger. I love you, Dad.
Hey, everybody. My name is Rikisha Gaines. I'm Ricky's oldest daughter. All I gotta say is I love you. I love you. I love you.
I'm the founder of One of the Boards, and I'm working with Ricky on behalf of when Ricky brings guys out of prison, out bed, and I have the housing, and I'm here to support Ricky. This, and I feel confident letting you guys know that trust in us.
trusting us. We went to prison and we did our time, and we're back to serve the community. So trust us.
How y'all doing, everybody? My name is Kurt. I'm Ricky's cousin. I just want to give congratulations to my cousin for all the work that he's doing. He's extending himself to the community, doing positive things. He's always been a go-getter, and definitely he's extending himself to put everybody in a better position. And we're starting with these youths and trying to get programs so that they can grow and so they can have innovation. And definitely with the Return to Citizen. I'm a Return to Citizen myself. I did 4 years in YA. All these men that's here, this is a great program and it's going to have a lot of success in the community, everybody. And so that's why it's beautiful that everybody's here, because we need y'all help and with the fundraising and everything that's getting done, so we can have the money and have the resources so we can do the things that he needs to do and give the programs that need to be implemented. And so this man is doing great work, and I applaud him, and I hope you guys can support us in every kind of way that you can. Amen.
My name is Phil Leonito. I met Rick in 2007 when I took over the GED class at San Quentin. And I've got 27 guys, 26 OGs, been down 20 plus years, easily 20 years older than me. Some that had been in the class 1 to 2 years long, and Rick would go around, tap him on the shoulder. Hey man, look at, he's doing on the board the same thing you're doing. You know, why don't you pay attention? And slowly but surely, it started to work. These guys started to take the test, pass the test. If it wasn't for Rick, we wouldn't have had a cohesive, productive and environment. We just be up there making noise, and that's still some of the best teaching I've ever done. And I will always, I've told this story many times, and I always point to Ricky's role. You spend 2 years, 7 hours a day in a room with somebody working on something, you get to know them pretty well. I got to know Rick as an energetic, creative, tenacious person with ideas and dreams. He's been talking about this since 2007. These were the words that always, Phil, I'm going to get out, I'm going to give back to the community, I'm going to start these programs, I'm going to help folks out. Yeah. And look, this was at a time when only 1% of people were even getting parole, right? It used to be, the governor would take dates. Things have changed, but he always had these ideas. He's been talking about this. He also likes to talk forever, right? Mr. Ricky Gaines, everybody. Give it up for Mr. Ricky Gaines.
Hello. Hey, y'all. This is the closest I ever came to having a Jewish friend. Hey, so this night is not going to be about me, but I swear on everything. Oh, man. I said I wasn't going to cry. I'm not going to cry. I'm going to spend a couple minutes up here. But this night is about us. Somewhere we found it in us to turn that thing around. And for me, it was education, academics, a whole bunch of self-help programs, and all of them men and women like you in this building. Even people on the side of corrections. Where you at, Phil? Even people on the side of corrections. I get emotional because you don't know the stuff that we've been through. Not just me. The stuff that we as men and women, system impacted people, coming from dysfunctional families, coming from drug-infested neighborhoods, coming from where a lot of our heroes were drug kingpins. A lot of our heroes were drug kingpins. My lawyer's in the house, y'all. My attorney who freed me from San Quentin State Prison is in the house, y'all. I came home at 42 years old. I was 18 years old, living a reckless life, and I found a way. we found a way. The tools that we're getting in our weekly support group, we have a non-clinical weekly support group that we have on Sundays from 4 to 6. And it's a non-clinical mental health support group that focuses on harm reduction. Mental health in the African American community, y'all know, is something to be talked about. But we don't want to talk about it because it makes us weak. It makes us feel weak that, oh, I got problems with depression. I got problems with anxiety. I've been traumatized. It ain't just me. We got men and women that sit there talking about, he got 3, he done said it correctly. Or he done said, or we can understand it, but I'm going to say it for y'all. The man got 3 clean and liver sober houses. A returning citizen coming back to help other people get off of their stuff, clean up your life, and give it a path right here. Danny, where you at? Please stand up, brother. Please stand up, please. We got members that been here doing the work. I'm only 4 years old. This logo is not about one person. I'm exhausted, I'm tired, but I'm still going. And I'm gonna call my wife because this, like I said, it's not about me, but I'm very passionate about this stuff, but I go on forever. Every time I was on the other end of that phone, that collect call, it was a woman. Every time I see a letter, it was from a woman. Every time I got a package or any kind of money order, it was from a woman. My grandmother, my mother, my sister, my auntie, my wife. My wife. My wife. Ladies and gentlemen, I asked all the women that wanted to come up and, but literally we harm the people that we say we love, y'all. How do we do that? It's free. It's all the women on this planning committee, where you at? I want y'all to celebrate. I want y'all to enjoy this night. It's a celebration. 1 year anniversary. We've been going only for 1 year. 1 year. What is the second year gonna look like? No, I came out of prison to do this work, but I'm a businessman too. We need resources to make this stuff happen. So guess what? How we gonna do it? We're not going to keep asking y'all for stuff. We're going to ask you for stuff, but we also going to do the work that's necessary. Now, we hustlers. We've been hustlers all our life. Come on now. That's about the lady. So I'm going to head over to my wife. And thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
What can I say? But that this man here, you know, I remember that when I was reconnected with Ricky, he was facing, because I know him from back in the day, but when I reconnected with him, he was facing a 29 to life sentence. And you know, people made fun of me, you know what I'm saying? Being with him, someone, you know, who was in prison. But I knew then what most of you can see now, his tenacity for life, his passion to live and to help others, his spirit, his spirit for life. And that touched me, you know, in a way that I was in a hole at the time. So his light brought me out of that place. Even though he had no date. My coworkers would make fun of me. They'd be like, that one, Hustle and Flow, everybody gotta have a dream. You know, they would crack on me like that though. It'd be a joke, but I knew that it wouldn't always be like that. So, you know, as women, we sacrifice. You know, there's so many women in this room who I'm so grateful and thankful for. They stepped up, came out, and showed up for us. You know, Satia back there working it. You know, Andrea. Oh my gosh, our daughters, all of our daughters that are here. You know, the list can go on. My sister's here. There's just a lot of women. You know, we don't do it alone though, and so. A lot of these ladies here have been there, Nina, Denise, especially Denise, has come through in such a way that, whew, I'm inspired, for real. So right now I'm going to pass it to Edie. She's going to share a few words.
And I'd like to thank you all for this opportunity to share with you just a glimpse of my experience with the correctional system. My experience started in 19 1996, when I also accepted a collect call on behalf of my brother. The gentleman on the other end of the call was Mr. Marcus Edward Sanders, the man that would capture my heart and become my husband for now 26 years.
First of all, I want to take a moment of silence for all those brothers that was lost in jail and the women that died behind bars, because sometimes we forget about those. My brother-in-law, he died behind bars. When I look at Ricky, I don't just look at Ricky Gaines, I look at him like a family member. What he does for his family, because it reminds me of my dad, it reminds me of my mother, it reminds me, I'll get behind somebody that's trying to help somebody in need.
Alright, I hope you guys getting the word. This is like pretend like we in church. Like we gonna pass that envelope around and put your offering in. But seriously, my name is Nina Clark again. I grew up in Oakland. And first of all, I just want to give a shout out for the people who came to volunteer that I asked, and everybody who volunteered. We really appreciate it. Like personally, my friends that came out, my friend Virgil Hammonds, I grew up in East Oakland in the Village. If anybody know where that is, I grew up in the Ville. And Hammy, I grew up with him. I've been knowing him since I was 12 years old. And he said that he would come out and volunteer. So you're gonna see him walking down the aisle modeling. And my friend Jonette, who lives all the way in San Jose, picked Chop up and came and volunteered. So I really appreciate that. And also, this is like, I'm so honored and I'm so thankful that also another person that grew up in Oakland who's like, it was a legend to us. He was like, we heard about him all the time. Little D, he's here too, and I really appreciate that, Little D, if he's still here. We really appreciate that. Being inside those walls, we felt like we was, doing the time also, which we was. And even when we go up to visit the penitentiary, they treat us like we was criminals sometimes. So it was really disheartening sometimes to go to the prison, and get checked in and all of that. But commissary, I used to do it so much, and I'm still doing it to this day. I just look at it like another bill. Those phone calls, those commissaries, they really, really add up. So I came up here to say, in the famous words of Snoop Dogg, I want to thank me. Family members, but that's what we do. That's what strong women do. We support and we hang in there. And thank you.
Once again, I'm Ricky's youngest daughter, and a lot of people may not know, but my dad went to prison when my mom was 5 months pregnant. So I had never seen my dad outside of the gates until I was almost 24 years old. One thing that I really want to talk about is triggers. Him being in prison for so long and not knowing us, really knowing us, we had to grow up while he's in there, so we'll call him and we'll talk about things, and he's like, wait a minute. He's like, we're just growing up too fast for him. So I think it's important to recognize each other's triggers, because you might say something, you might take it the wrong way, and it's because he's triggered because of he's been institutionalized. So I feel like as women, as family members of someone who's been incarcerated, that's something that's definitely important, making sure that we're there for our people, but instead of just, it can get hard, it can get complicated, it can be hard to be there for someone when they have these triggers. So just thank you guys for being there for your people.
Everyone, I guess I was kind of tricked into this tonight. It's actually an honor to be here. I'm actually enjoying myself. I actually met Fahim while he was in jail back in 2014. I met him, I used to see him because I used to come and visit a friend there, but I actually met him during a wedding, and somehow, what they say, you slide into somebody's DM, he slid into my DM.
Hello, my name is Roshan. Not here to tell my testimony, I'm just here to tell my truth. These programs work if people let them help them. They really work. I went through a struggle. It was hard for me when I came home. People looking at my background, they said a 187 on me. And they like, oh no, we can't rent to you. So it was very hard. It was very limited. It was very frustrating. And I was hurt. And by me reaching out to these programs, nonprofit programs, helping me, and I didn't meet them out on the streets. I met them when I was incarcerated fighting for my life. And so it's an honor for Ricky Gaines and Andrea for me to be standing here today to tell my truth.
We know it's the women that turn out the men. We know it's the women that make the men clean and strong. We don't do this on our own. We come from a matriarchal line. Our mothers and grandmothers run things, right? Unfortunately, I come home, my grandmother's gone. My mother was gone. And it's very painful. But we still got women that informs us, that gives us the energy and the tools that we need. Oh my God, the needs remind me so much of my sister's man. Rest in peace, my sister. And this is what we need, ladies. We need you. We need you. Friends, family, all of us, we need you. Neighbors, we need you. Sometimes it's just a hi. Sometimes it's just a good morning. That's it. We're not always asking for money. All right, but I just want to say a prayer right now, or a quick little message, just to bless the ladies and just appreciation. So I'm going to say a quick prayer. Thank you for this time and this moment. We're going to bless these ladies and just keep them, y'all. Keep them. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Name is Big Rob, but he also is channeling Luther Vandross.
Fellas, grab your ladies tight.
You know I dancing with y'all loved one. Come on. This is about the women. It's amazing. Hey. And I just don't wanna stop. Oh my love. A million days in your arms is never too much. I just don't wanna stop. Too much, too much, too much, too much, too much. I called you up and you were there. I was broken hearted. Sorry, Ron. I'll never be with you because you break my heart. I'm so glad. When you come away, girl, this is only love in here. Oh my love. 1,000 kisses from you is never too much.
I recently got the honor and was blessed to visit Montgomery, Alabama. I went over to the Legacy Museum, founded by Brian Stevenson, who's been a giant in criminal justice reform. Look him up, y'all. This museum had documentation and actual proof that are in our policies, that are in our laws, that are in our bills right now, how mass incarceration is the modern day slavery. It's proof, it's written. It went into the records so that it doesn't change. We have to understand that mindset. I know that some of us have been through more than others, but we must expect more from each other. We must hope better for one another. And if we do not,
Go ahead then.
We got Jay Mojo.
Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? What's up with it? All right, we're gonna act like this. Now, how many of y'all been to a comedy show before? Raise your hand. All right, well, it seems like y'all ain't there, so we're gonna do this over. So, first thing we're gonna do is introduce me right. So act like you ain't seen me, returning citizens. I know y'all good at looking the other way. People fought with Mike Epps. He's from Oakland, California. He is also a returning citizen from Oakland. He has a play called From the Cage to the Stage. Just released a book called 10 Ways to Stay Out of Prison. Y'all give it up for your brother Jerry Long. Now usually some music will come on, you know what I'm saying? What's my favorite word? Yeah. Now come on, there's kids in here, man. There's kids in here. They done forgot this. Wait a minute, man. There's kids in here. Yeah, my name's Jerry Long too raw, man. I spent 15 years in prison, man. I'm so happy to be out that thing. Oh my God. Oh, I couldn't wait to get out. Oh. Hey, I can tell everybody in here, it ain't how you start, it's how you finish. So always remember that there's always tomorrow, and all you gotta do is keep a positive outlook, and it's gonna be good. Get out of prison, they gave me $200. After that, it was sink or swim. I didn't meet the 100-year brothers, the returning. I didn't meet nobody. I met Living Shack. She ain't give me nothing. Not so much.
Make sure that we have the donation slips. Let me just say this before I give the mic to Raymond. And that is, if you haven't had an opportunity yet to donate, there should be the donation slips at your table. And so that's one thing I want to make sure that we say.
First of all, I'd like to give honor to God, because He surely has been good to me and gave me a chance. But what I really want to do is share a story that I found impressive when I met Rick. When I met Rick, I was already 10 years inside the prison. And we both had got a yard job. And I was seeing this little youngster every day on the yard.
We want to come together and help us out. While we're working for normal, and we are normal, and we fit into society now. And life is about change. Life is about reality and about having actions and thoughts, actions that have consequences. So instead of us going out there looking for the wrong consequence, now we think and we act the way we're supposed to act.
I really don't know. Thank you for letting me be here, and y'all keep it pushing. If y'all need me for anything, I'm there because I'm into this. And yes, I've been incarcerated before. I got a D number, but unfortunately, I've been out like 20 years. I'm done with that. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, we invited a couple organizations here because one of our goals in Returning Citizens Association is to connect with other returning citizen communities. Because we feel like that we don't got all the answers. Like, we don't have all the answers. We feel like that what we're doing is what we're doing. Like, that's what we know to do. Create this weekly support group that give people a chance to talk and, you know, share their insights. But we know there's other men and women that's taking care of business too. And they take care of business in different cities and different places, right? And we say our goal is to increase the economic, political, and social capital of returning citizens in the United States. It's not just in Oakland, y'all. It's not just in Pittsburgh. It's not just in Richmond. It's not just in Sacramento. You hear me? And that's what we live in, y'all. We said we want to connect with other returning citizens in the United States who are doing the work. Because we want to learn from you. We want to know, brother, what you're doing, man. And if it works, then we want to share it with people. So here he is right here. 100 years, y'all.
First of all praise due to the Lord for allowing us to come speak. I want to give all y'all respect in here because I didn't lobby to talk. You know what I mean? But I looked at it like the body of work that we do is 100 years encompasses what we all talk about here. And that is disrupting violence, right? Helping steer youth from making early death decisions, and helping those return to citizens reactivate back to society successfully. What does that look like? And so, when I hear y'all, everybody in here speaking and talking, it moves me because this is where I'm supposed to be. I want to know about every one of y'all organizations. We all people, we all come from the same neighborhoods. We all, whether women, children, and men that was incarcerated and came back, we're still a community.
First of all, I want to give all praises to God, because without Him, we none of this happen. And Ricky, thank you for inviting us. We appreciate you. And I also want to give a shout out to my wife. 21 years. It'll be 21 years that we've been together. Now, September. And I love you. You're sticking by my side. And I didn't have no wife. So it's truly a blessing. And yes, my name is Dante Gaines. I'm from Richmond, California. Went to prison when I was 17 years old. I did 34 and a half years. The reason why I say 34 and a half years, I did 29 and a half in prison. I came out, I did 6 months in transition, and I did 4 and a half years on parole. So altogether, 34 and a half years. It's a blessing to be out here, and what we do, it's all about collaboration. It's all about coming together.
Again, shout out to Ricky Gaines, RCA. Again, shout out to RCA. Absolutely. You know, for the lawyers that come in here, for the families, the loved ones, again, shout out to Ricky Gaines. We know and understand that women are the cradle of civilization. Women are the cradle of civilization, the womb, right? I gotta get a shout out to my mama Keisha. I love her. She's still strong for me, still do. And as we continue to journey and navigate through the societies that we help destroy, disenfranchise, through the neglect and abandonment, through our actions, it's an incumbent upon us as men to come together, yes, to collaborate, to communicate, and to continue to build with a clear understanding of what we want to do in life and what we want to do in the end. To what? Understand our purpose.
Brother got a Sacramento organization.
UnitedGuided.org.
UnitedGuided.org. Now, I gotta tell y'all about this brother real quick, and my grandson. Let me tell you a little bit about this brother. So we've been doing this non-clinical mental health support group. It was over a year when he came through. And I'll let you tell him why he came through and how it happened, right? But I want you to know, you don't even know this though. What you came through and served us. What you seen with your eyes, I had to go back and like reopen this thing. And I had to look at it from a new perspective. And ever since you left our organization, we've been rocking. And we've been rocking, man. And I thank you, bro. Thank you. And the reason why that I say that we should connect with other returning citizens organizations and communities, because we learn from them. And sometimes they've been doing way more than what we've been doing. But it doesn't mean that we can't. And I just want to just say thank you and keep on supporting us. Please, we need you. Go ahead.
How everybody doing? Can I say power to the people one time? Power to the people, man. This is what you call excellence in here. Excellent. My name is Joseph Thomas. I'm one of the co-founders of an organization called UnitedGuided.org. We're up out of Sacramento, California. We provide wraparound services to the inner cities of Sacramento. We mainly focus in on mental health and trying to get returning citizens a 5-point plan to help them transitioning back into the society. Right, myself, I am also a returning citizen. I served 14 years in the Department of Corrections. I was set on the shelf like a canned good for almost 10 of those years until I decided that it was time for me to try to reform myself because the system really wasn't doing that for me. I studied. I read. I stayed away from gangs, right? Founded the organization while I was in prison. I've been home for 10 years now.
Organization, community mental health organization. And
I'm here to use myself to get what I get. I'm not a therapist, I'm not a licensed therapist, but I can advise.
All right, everybody, thanks for coming out. This is pretty much going to conclude the event.
We want to thank our two hosts. Aren't they awesome, y'all? Look, come on. Come on.
It's going down tonight, you know I got to go get fitted. Hit the mall to get it, then I stop to get my hair twisted up in ponytails, then sell a bill back to the grain to let my peoples know, you know it's going down tonight, man, we living. I got the 411 on the bumpin'. Nightfall, jumped in my 7-4, smashing cause I'm tight, y'all. Check to see if the tech was on the passenger seat. I need some heat, the only way I'ma creep late night through these faulty streets. Bit the block and seen the whole crew on the counter, smelling that aroma, talking about the bumpin' coming up on the super bad, something cool. You know how we do it, touching with some game and filling with some do-it fluid. We get the stores about 30 players belling in. Give me some C&B, some Hennessy and Seagram's gin. Lemon squeeze, but no chasing, fool, we straight lacing. Jump in the mob and punch it to the bumpers, players racing. We pulls up and see you posted outside, getting gone. I'm in the zone, ready to take me something home. Wall-to-wall breeders, top notches, maintenance going down. At this bump I found, tonight, fool, is going down.